guys know we always do movies and things like that, but you're right, Demo. We put out before that we was doing the Band of Brothers, and we all know Band of Brothers is a TV show. So we did episode 1, man.
Yeah.
The review of episode 1, man, it was crazy. It was crazy, but I tell you this, man, it's off to a good start with me though. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like movies. I mean, I like TV shows like this, man. And I'm it has me thinking that what's going to happen in the next episode because I don't know what's going to happen. So, it got me thinking. It got me ready to watch the next one. Put it like that. So this was more about they had an airborne crew. They making an airborne crew, right? And you got different type of leadership style. That's what I got out of this whole first episode. Different leadership
Mm-hmm.
styles, right? We had this one guy. I felt like he was a good leader when it comes to the training, the basic training, and to push him, but he wasn't good in the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not at
So
all.
he was pretty much garbage in the field, man. And in one part of the episode on there, they was talking about where he said, "Hey, I'm not." They tried to do a mutiny or some shit. They did not want to follow this guy to war.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like
they
we're
try to
not
get out.
doing this. Of course,
They try to get out.
of course, he told him to get the ass out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
they
you
try to
could
get out.
die. They'll kill your ass for shit y'all trying to pull right now, type shit. So
Yeah.
other than that, man, the episode it was pretty good, man. It tells you it teaches you some things about things like you think about behind the scenes. That's how I look at it, man. Like you got this one guy in charge, and you got now he got an XO, then he got another lieutenant that's with him, but you hear them talking amongst each other about his ass because they know he's not
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean? They know, so it kind of gives you like this
Yeah.
behind the scene look at how they thinking when it comes to their leader. You know what I mean? Which was
Yeah.
not good in the field. He was always trying to be a hard ass, and he wanted to be the best, but he just seemed to me like he didn't know how to lean on his people who knew the field and knew how to do things. I think if he leaned on them a little bit more, he'd have been more successful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they pulled that little thing on him at the end of the episode, man, and said, "Yo, you better suit it somewhere else." So,
Yeah, so that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about that in a second. I want to get into some of the facts. So this episode 1 is called Currahee,
yeah,
right? And it's like stands for like it's kind of like weird if you look it up. If you know exactly what that means, let me know. But it seems like it says like as one, together, as one, even if it's many of us, we're one. So it's Currahee, Currahee.
yeah,
And this is about Easy Company, right? The 506 regiment of the 101st Airborne, right?
yeah,
World War II. Um, we've been attacked. We've been attacked by Japanese forces already. So it's about the response. So the first thing that stuck out to me was the pre-show segments.
yeah,
Right? Did you watch the pre-show
yeah. You
segments?
talking about what it was talking in the beginning, right? Yeah, like the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
actual people,
the,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that was the first thing where it was people saying like, "Yo, they were willing to join whatever branch."
Yeah, that was crazy,
You
man.
know,
They was ready to go
you know,
regardless. They
they
was
was
ready.
willing, yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the connection to Portier and Betty White, where it was like Portier like, "Yo, I'm lying to get in," and
yeah,
Betty White like, "Hey, I'm signing up to volunteer. I'm helping out."
yeah,
So that's the first thing stuck out where they like, "Yo, they willing to join whatever branch. They just want to serve."
yeah.
And then when the dude said it was people that committed suicide because they didn't get selected,
That was
you know,
crazy too.
I can't imagine that happening
Yeah,
nowadays.
no, me either.
It's people that if you ask them if they ready to just get out, they would roll, roll right now. It's people that it's people that's in the military now that if it was a war, I can't say that they wouldn't be like, yo, can I leave?
Yeah,
So we talk
can
about
we get
civilians
out?
committing suicide.
Can we get out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talk about civilians committing suicide because they can't stay in.
yeah,
But so I start watching the show, and in less than 10 minutes, I saw a leader that would be in hot water if it was like 2022, right? And that was Lieutenant Sobel, right? In less than 10 minutes. So I took notes like as
yeah,
I went through. And that's the first thing I noticed. I didn't even know how the show was going to end up. I didn't even think it was going to end up where he actually where things actually happen. I just thought that was because remember when you think back Full Metal Jacket and other movies and stuff like that, they always got like this hard, like kind of like leader somewhere, in the story. But Full Metal Jacket, that was like basic training. Like these guys were like training for that, for that regimen, to be paratroopers or
Yeah.
whatever like that, right? So that was different. They had already done whatever I think would have been that basic training
Yeah.
or whatever like that. So I was thinking about that. Like all military movies have a hard and like superior officer or whatever. And that's David Schwimmer, right? So he played Lieutenant Sobel. And then this was a brand new concept, right? Paratroopers was a brand new thing. Never heard of it before. So the word that stuck out to me in this movie was, well, the sentence was when somebody was like, Sobel's lost again, right? If I was to name the episode, that's what I would have named it. Sobel's lost again. So it kind of showed you that, like, yo, you could be this hard ass, you could be like this dude that's like trying to do this and do this, but yo, you got a very high chance to lose your people.
Yeah.
If you don't if you don't center what you're doing, for your people. And then the other dude was Lieutenant Winters. And that was the dude that they like. Remember when he got promoted to like XO, and then Sobel was like, and the dude was like, well, I'm not gonna promote him. I'm gonna let you do it. And then when Sobel did it, he's like, yo, you promoted. Now go work in the galley, pass out food or whatever.
Days or some bullshit. Yeah.
He had him do. So, he got reassigned, right? I'm gonna talk to you about the reassignment in a second, though. Another part that stuck out to me was the no jump tonight. Mm-hmm. It was like 2 days. It was like 2 days before D-Day.
Yeah.
And it was like no jump tonight. And it was like, yo, that's so like, how many deployments have I been on that like right before we supposed to go out? I mean, this LCS right before we supposed to go out is like, nah, we're not going out today. We're not going out today. You got everything packed. They like, there's nothing else for us to do but just go watch a movie. And these dudes are ready to fight.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's about to go down next episode. You know what I mean? It looked like it's about to happen.
When you think about that, man, it's like the ship's getting ready to get on the way, right? Then it's we ain't get on the way today. Everybody happy and say, "Oh shit, yay!" These dudes are mad right now.
No, they ready to go.
They are mad that they not leaving. They're not going.
Yeah, people on the ship, they like, yo, do we get like 2 hours of liberty? Like, I want to go out and get some Chick-fil-A. Like. So one of the things I want to say is that this show is from like 01, right? So it's like 21 years old, but the production value is great, man. Like it doesn't like I'm watching it on my OLED and all that, but the OLED, you know what I'm saying? Got that OLED hooked up. But I'm watching it on an OLED, but this thing looks amazing. Like the choice of because Tom Hanks wrote it, and I think he was a big producer on it, but like to make the choice to use those cameras kind of give it like a timeless kind of effect. So that production value to me was great. I can't wait to see some of the war scenes and stuff like that. And I think they got a Band of Brothers, another sweet sequel to Band of Brothers coming out next year or this year. But you can see the level of care. Like looking at like the airplanes, looking at the jets, looking at the guns, looking at everything, you could see that they really cared about representing what like we look like in those times. Like I said, it looked like the action is about to start, and this is like days before D-Day. Like the next episode is going to be D-Day. But my question for you is this: like, so Lieutenant Sobel, he got reassigned, right? So if you never saw Band of Brothers, first off, go watch it. You might think this episode is slow, but I liked it because it had its own conflict, and that was the leadership conflict that Damon was just talking about. But so at the end of all of this, Sobel, he get in the room with his superior, and the superior was like, "Hey man, y'all doing some good training. You did some good training with these guys. Now mind you, his guys don't really trust his leadership, right? Yeah. They don't trust his leadership or whatever like that. So, he in the room with the superior like, hey, good training. As a matter of fact, your training is so good that, I want to reassign you to a training facility. Like you just go train. So now my question for you is, do you think that he knew that Sobel was like trash in the field, like, and that his guys didn't want to work for him or any? You think he knew
that's
that?
why he did it. So in the show, they can't. When it was like 6 of them, didn't want to go to. They didn't want to go in the field with him. So I think that what got him.
Yeah, they was gonna turn in their stripes. They was
Yeah.
gonna turn
So
in their
what
stripes.
happened was he took that part, say, get out of my office, it ain't happening. But then he knew then that the boy was garbage as a leader. I think they gave him the
Yeah.
insight. Say, okay, we gotta get rid of this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing about it, he never talked to the so far anyway. He never talked to the executive officer about him though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he came up
Remember
with
he
that.
tried to salute him? Remember he tried to Winters tried to salute Sobu
Well, when
when he
I'm not,
drove
no,
past?
I'm talking about the head guy that never talked to
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
Winners.
yeah, I
Yeah, he
know.
never talked to Winners about the guy that was in charge.
Yeah, but do you remember
Yeah,
when Winters tried to salute him and he ain't returning?
nothing. Pissed. Nothing. He was pissed.
So you think? Yeah, I think the head dude. I think he knew too, but he was slick with it, man.
Yeah,
Like the
he
way
was
he
smooth.
worded
He was
everything.
smooth now.
Like it was like one of them. Like I want to learn from that type of like leadership because he was like straight to the point. You
Yeah.
know, raw with it. He worded it like super professional to where like it wouldn't even offend the dude. And then it was like it ain't no
Yeah.
questions after
He
this.
could
You
he
know, the
couldn't
dude, like
he
so I'm
couldn't
not
even
gonna be.
come back. He was like he wanted to
He
say
asked a
some shit, but he
question.
just like he didn't know how to say it. He pretty much telling you you
Yeah.
great. He's telling you
Yeah,
you
you're
great.
great.
So you can't come back
Matter of
on
fact,
that.
so good.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you so good.
Yeah.
We go say you over there.
Yeah. I think the only thing that got him was when he asked him what like who's gonna replace him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he said, you know, the other dude. And the
Yeah.
other dude looked like he about to be straight too. He
Yeah.
looked like, you
Yeah.
know, he playing a lot of all these actors playing a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, so first episode is good. Like started off kind of slow. I give it like a 4 out of 5. I don't think I'm a really review. I don't think we should review the show. I think we should just kind of talk about it
Yeah.
and then review it as a whole when we
At
finish.
the end. Yeah,
So
yeah.
for the next 9 weeks, we're gonna be doing Band of Brothers episodes. So look out for those.
Yeah, man. Off to a good start, man. Off to a pretty good start, man. So I can't wait, man, to watch it this week, man, and have another view of episode 2. So yeah, it's gonna be good, man.